Aloha, and welcome to our webinar on managing HR. My name is Kelly Bass, and I'm the Product Marketing Manager here at ProService Hawaii. Thank you, first of all, for taking the time to join me for this webinar. I'm really excited to talk to you all about the power of HR partnerships and specifically how HR outsourcing can benefit your business or organization. In this webinar, we have a pretty straightforward agenda. First, we'll talk about some of the challenges that businesses face in Hawaii, and specifically the challenges that go along with being in the people business. Then I'll introduce you to the concept of HR outsourcing, what it is, why it's worth exploring, and some of the advantages your business can expect. And then lastly, I'll talk about how to find the right partner for your people and your business, and a little bit about why I think ProService Hawaii can help. Great, so let's dive in. Whether your business is in healthcare, construction, food and beverage, or any industry, we can all agree that people are essential to business operations and growth. In fact, many studies show that businesses with highly engaged people see bottom line results. According to research conducted by Gallup, for example, organizations and teams with high employee engagement had substantially better customer loyalty, higher productivity, better retention, fewer accidents, and even higher profitability. In fact, companies with employee engagement that was high outperformed those with low employee engagement by over 200%. As you can see, you need people, especially engaged people, to keep your business running smoothly and profitably. However, according to the Small Business Administration, 99% of businesses in Hawaii are considered small businesses. This means that most companies in Hawaii have less than 500 employees, significantly less. And having fewer employees means you're constantly having to do more with less resources. On top of needing to do more with less, today's business climate is impacted by the challenges of doing business in Hawaii and the challenges of navigating a dynamic 21st century workplace. The first row that you see in light blue represents some of the challenges that employers face across the board. When you consider the changing nature of a 21st century workforce, one of the first things that comes to mind is that the workforce today is multi-generational. For many good reasons, workplaces are becoming more dynamic, but specifically, young professionals are now integrating with seasoned talent. For example, a recent Career Builder survey found that 38% of workers had a younger boss, and 16% of those workers had a boss who was 10 or more years younger, which means you could actually have a millennial managing a baby boomer. The next thing is high turnover, which goes together with global opportunities. Workplaces today are getting more complicated as teams have flexibility to work remotely or even globally. The gig economy is exploding, and the internet is making it easier to look for new opportunities anywhere in the world. This means that people are constantly looking for their next job, which is part of the reason why you might see such high turnover. And while this has actually given millennials a bad rap of not being loyal, we've actually found that loyalty can be earned, but I'll go into that more later. There are also a few other nuances that we should consider when we think about our challenges in business and HR that are specific to Hawaii. This is the row in yellow. A big one is our record low unemployment rate. At about 2%, Hawaii has the lowest unemployment rate in the nation. And if 2% of people are unemployed, that means 98% of people are already employed. And this is why it can feel incredibly difficult to find good workers, because the talent pool is limited. Next is the high cost of labor. Our qualified workers are looking for higher wages and benefits as the cost of living rises in Hawaii. And in turn, this puts pressure on your labor costs as you have to offer higher pay, better benefits in order to compete for Hawaii's limited talent pool. And lastly, the changing regulations. Here in Hawaii, we have a highly regulated environment. This means that staying compliant with employment laws will take more of your time and attention to follow and track legal changes. All of these factors make your workforce more dynamic than ever before and make HR more complex. So what are your options, and how can you navigate these challenges? Here at ProService, we think HR plays an important role. And when it comes to HR, generally you have two options. The first option is to hire and grow your human resources team from the inside out. That means bringing the HR function in-house, which gives you total responsibility for processing payroll, staying compliant with the latest laws, offering benefits, and taking care of your team day to day as issues arise. Growing a large internal HR team can take time, which is a luxury that many small businesses can't afford to do. So this means when it comes to HR, not every company is on an even playing field. The second option is to outsource through an HR partner. An HR partner can help you with your back office HR work like payroll, benefits administration, workers' compensation, and more. This allows you to concentrate on the more meaningful and even revenue generating side of your business. For the purposes of this webinar, we'll focus on outsourcing. So, what is outsourcing anyway? For those of you unfamiliar with the term, outsourcing is the process of using a specialized third-party service to handle certain business functions. Today, more and more companies are turning to outsourcing not just as a strategy for growth, but also to help run their business day to day. Outsourcing can actually be a familiar strategy when you think about all the areas of expertise that businesses commonly outsource. For example, many businesses typically have an accounting or legal firm on their payroll to advise or manage certain functions like taxes and legal issues. HR belongs in the category of specialized experts too. Beyond just taking things off your plate, HR experts can protect your business from risk. For example, did you know that the average cost of an employee-related lawsuit in the US is $150,000 according to the Small Business Administration? And yet, many people still depend heavily on their own skills to make key HR decisions without formal training, which puts your business and your people at risk. There are many reasons why outsourcing HR is a strategic business decision. We'll spend the next few minutes digging into the potential benefits. The first thing you stand to benefit is the ability to free up your budget for other opportunities. As you can see here, HR is more than just wages. It also includes things like healthcare, benefits, and insurances like workers' compensation and TDI. These extra costs can add up to 70% of your total business expenses, which can be a lot. Having an HR partner can help you control these costs. For example, your HR partner can purchase healthcare plans on your behalf with significant discounts simply because of their buying power. When you combine your employees with thousands of others in your partner's network, you can leverage their buying power to offer your employees benefits that rival Fortune 500 companies at an affordable price. Things like top medical, dental, and vision coverage, flexible spending accounts, 401k contributions, and even student loan repayment assistance plans. There's other things like life insurance and personal accident insurance that an HR partner might be able to provide. There's also other benefits like gym membership discounts, commuter benefits, and more that can come from a large network. By offering a competitive benefits package, you can set yourself up to attract and hire top talent. Your employees work hard for your business, so they deserve awesome benefits. And most HR partners handle the administration that comes with these benefits too. So while outsourcing may seem like an additional investment, it's actually a great way to take control of your true HR costs. The second thing you stand to benefit from outsourcing your HR function is an extended team of experts. As you know, running a business means adhering to federal, state, and local employment regulations. All these laws impact the way you hire and fire your people, the way you do payroll and benefits, and the type of insurances you have to carry. When one mistake could have catastrophic consequences, you can't afford to be pretty sure about the rules. Outsourcing can help you manage your employer-related paperwork, and in many cases, they can file it for you, so you have the confidence that it was done correctly and conveniently. Additionally, when you outsource your HR, you don't have to sweat the small stuff or the details. Since the 1960s in Hawaii, the number of state and federal laws have grown significantly. The list is so long, it's actually quite hard to keep track of what you have to do to stay compliant. We picked out a few below to highlight. In 1969, Hawaii enacted the Temporary Disability Insurance Law, which required employers to provide partial wage replacement, similar to workers' compensation, to eligible employees for non-work-related injuries or sickness. So things like pregnancy or any off-the-job injury or illness, they'll be covered. In 1974, Hawaii was the first in the nation to set minimum standards of healthcare benefits with the Hawaii Prepaid Healthcare Act. This law requires employers to provide healthcare coverage for any employee that works over 20 hours per week for 4 weeks in a row. Many HR partners monitor hours worked and track employee eligibility to keep you in compliance with this law. This summer, Governor Ige signed into effect the Equal Pay Bill, which prohibits employers from asking for a job candidate's wage or salary history during the application or interview process. So if you haven't already, you'll need to update your application forms by January 1st, 2019. He also signed the Paid Family Leave Bill that requires an analysis of the impacts of various family leave policies from different companies in order to determine the best framework. As you can imagine, required family leave policies could have a significant impact on families, but also on your employer labor costs. These are just a few of the rules and regulations that impact today's employers in Hawaii. When you outsource your HR, you'll get access to a team of experts that stay on top of Hawaii's regulations so you don't have to. And it's worth noting that outsourcing your HR doesn't replace your existing team. You still need people on your team to be focused on defining and building your unique workplace culture, developing employee engagement programs, and thinking through more strategic aspects of HR, not doing paperwork or tracking laws. The third thing you stand to benefit from HR outsourcing is the freedom to prioritize your most meaningful work. The image you see here is the different stages an employee goes through during their time at an organization. At a high level, you can think about the employee lifecycle in three main categories. The first is attracting and hiring, the second is retaining employees, and the third is managing your employees. Being an employer means you have to manage the entire employee lifecycle, which can be distracting from more important things like running your business. So to summarize, outsourcing your HR allows you to take care of your people and your business at the same time. Most small businesses in Hawaii are used to doing more with less, but when you outsource, you can actually do more with less work. The key is to find the right partner, but not all HR partnerships are created equal. If you decide that outsourcing is the right option for your business, there are a few ways you can go about it. In the HR space, there are two main forms of outsourcing, PEOs and HRO. PEO is a professional employment organization, and HRO is human resource outsourcing. Each one represents a different model or way your business can outsource your HR, but the important thing to remember is that you have options. You can pick a model that works for you depending on your unique business needs, things like employee size, specific knowledge gaps you're trying to fill, or anything that you feel is an important reason for you to outsource your HR. Most HR partners are flexible and can tailor their solutions to fit your needs. One type of HR partner is what we call a professional employer organization, or PEO. For small or mid-sized businesses, this is a very attractive option because a PEO provides a full-service model. This means it's a one-stop shop that can manage many of the HR jobs that you would have to outsource to multiple service providers. So if you think workers' compensation, typically you would get a different insurance carrier than you would a healthcare provider. So when you work with a PEO, you can actually spend less time managing various vendor relationships. With an HRO model, companies can choose which responsibilities to outsource and which to manage in-house. This is the selected service model. So regardless of which option you choose, PEO or HRO, all partners should give you access to buying power because you'll be joining their network. They'll handle your government compliance and paperwork, and they'll even relieve you from the administrative burden you have for administering benefits and payroll. All of these are great options, but you have to look and see what works best for your business. And as we mentioned earlier, in Hawaii, most businesses are small businesses, and because of their size, they need a full-service solution that can drive real business results. The good news is that outsourcing your HR does. According to the National Association of Professional Employer Organizations, or NAPEO, businesses that use a full-service provider see positive business results. They grow 7 to 9% faster, have 10 to 14% lower turnover, and are even 50% more likely to stay in business. That's huge. Before we wrap up, I just want to mention a little bit about ProService. Here at ProService, we offer a full-service solution, and we're actually the largest and most experienced provider of HR outsourcing in Hawaii. We simplify the responsibilities that come with having employees so you can focus on your business. And today we have more than 2,100 local businesses using our full suite of HR solutions that includes payroll, benefits, HR services, workers' comp, and much, much more. Our HR solutions are designed to power your business in three specific ways. First is buying power. We mentioned this earlier when we talked about controlling some of the extra HR costs beyond wages. We offer you access to the best healthcare plans in Hawaii at the most affordable price because we have relationships with the premier healthcare providers, HMSA and Kaiser. And on average, we save about 13% for our clients when it comes to healthcare costs. We also offer a variety of modern benefits that can help you attract and retain the best workers. Everything from 401k, which can help you and your employees save for their future, student loan repayment assistance, which, as we mentioned earlier, can help you earn loyalty. In fact, millennials are 35% more likely to stay at your job if you offer this benefit and are 85% more likely to accept the job in the first place. We also offer flexible spending accounts, which can offer dependent care to help not just your workers, but their families too. We also have voluntary insurances like life insurance, pre tax transportation plans because traffic in Hawaii can be pretty horrible. And we offer employee assistance programs to help with additional things like mental health. And unique to ProService, our buying power also extends to risk management. We offer in house risk management, which means we have a low cost structure and can pass the savings on to you. On average, we save our clients about 12% on workers' comp. The second way we power your business is through our expertise. As an extension of your team, we can fill gaps in your organization through consultation and guidance. We have professional claims management, which is part of our risk management portfolio. So, in the event of a claim, you can keep your costs low with our efficiency gains and take advantage of our proprietary programs that reduce lost time by getting your people back to health as soon as possible. With our in house safety team, you also can reduce your risk by doing things like safety program consultations and mock audits. And with our training and development team, you get complimentary access to training for employees in order to help them succeed. And all of these things are complimentary when you partner with us, so no extra cost there. Third and last thing is our local power. Backed by nearly 25 years of experience, we exist to empower local businesses to succeed and thrive here in Hawaii. We started in Kailua Kona in 1994, have 5 offices on 4 islands, so no matter where you stay, we're there. And our networking community is huge. Like I mentioned, we have 2,100 businesses that we work with in a variety of industries and a variety of sizes, and we have over 35,000 employees in our network. That's a lot of buying power. We're accredited by the Employer Services Assurance Corporation, or ESAC, which is a marker for excellence in this industry. So you know we have your back when it comes to doing things right by both your business and your people. And we're a top local employer, so we hire the best people to help serve you. We're Hawaii Business Magazine's best place to work for 13 years in a row now. But at the end of every day, what really makes us a great partner is our commitment to our values. At ProService, one of our values is that clients are partners, and we're lucky to have such amazing clients as partners in a variety of industries. So if we think back to the beginning of this presentation, being in the people business comes with a unique opportunity for HR. It's a chance to lead, inspire, and positively affect Hawaii's economy and workforce in a very real way. If you didn't have to focus on the details, you could focus on making a more meaningful impact, like you could create jobs that you and your workers feel passionate about. You can contribute to your employees' financial security and still offer them the flexibility they need to be productive at work and at home. You can impact not only your people, but their families too, by offering great benefits that include more than just basic health care, but also things like dependent care or life insurances. And you get to build relationships and create a workplace culture that's different than anywhere else and keeps people engaged. And of course, there's always a big opportunity for businesses to impact the community through philanthropy or organize their employees to volunteer, partner with charitable organizations, or give back in some other way. These are all the meaningful opportunities for human resources in any business, but many businesses are too involved in the details to spend time here. Outsourcing can help you get back to what matters. On that note, thank you so much for joining us today and learning about HR outsourcing and what it can do for your business. Please visit us at proservice.com if you have any questions or would like to set up a free HR consultation. Mahalo and aloha.